So ever since I played the beta, I fell in love with Marvel Rivals, and if with it being less than a week away from launch, the hype is getting real. I know I've been spending my extra time in Overwatch 2 while I wait for Rivals to launch, and I thought it would be a cool idea to make a video talking about which characters you might enjoy if you're planning on trying it out. These are just my opinions based on playing both games and listening to other people play as well, so take it with a grain of salt. To start off with the DPS, we have Reaper. One of the characters I think Reaper mains will enjoy is the Punisher. He has the ability to switch between a shotgun and an automatic rifle. He has flanking abilities with his grappling hook, but he does have the ability to bunker down and set up in a turret. So he's not quite a best fit for Reaper, but I do think players who like Reaper might like this guy's playstyle. Now, unlike the Punisher, who has a more ranged approach, if you prefer to be a bit more close to the fight, Bucky might be for you. His whole kit and playstyle reminded me of how a Reaper main might like getting in there and causing havoc. This character has the ability to pull and knock up, and has a revolver that kind of acts like a shotgun. If you really like the aesthetic of Reaper, you will love the feel of Moon Knight. Although they play nothing alike, the look of this guy really gives me Reaper vibes. And finally, just to mention it, Star-Lord does have a mini Reaper ult ability in this game, and with a flanky playstyle to match, so if you really like that, maybe you can give him a try too. The next one's for you Sombra players. Honestly, there's nothing quite like Sombra in the game, however, Psylocke will be your best, closest fit. She has the ability, and the only one that has the ability that can go invisible. She has some cool looking gameplay that I think maybe a Sombra main would like. Honestly, she looks really cool, so give her a try. Moving on to Soldier. If you're a Tutorial Hero 76 main, the only hero I think you'll most jive with is the Punisher. He's honestly the only character in this game that has like a reliance on his guns, so I think the Punisher is the best fit for you. And it's worth mentioning that Star-Lord might also be a good pick for Soldier mains. His ultimate is quite literally the same, except you get to have a jetpack as well. Go ahead, fam. If you're a Genji main, this game is almost made for you, I swear. Starting off, we've got Psylocke. She's an assassin-type ninja who can go invisible, and her ultimate is like the flashiest, coolest looking thing in the whole game, I swear. I think she's a mostly good fit for you. If you prefer the ninjas, she's great. We also have Spider-Man. Although Genji doesn't swing from the rooftops, he does have an extremely oppressive flanking playstyle that a Genji main might love. Now, another character that a lot of people love to compare to Genji is Black Panther. With the ability to climb walls and reset his shift on killing marked targets, this will definitely feel something at home for Genji main. And next we have Magic. She's a sword-wielding, teleporting warrior who likes to get in there and get out while being as annoying as possible, I swear. Her ultimate's an install where she can transform, kind of like Genji. We also have Captain America. If you are thinking of picking up a tank and you're a Genji main, you might like this guy. He's obviously not a DPS, but I do think he has the oppressiveness of a Genji who sits in the fight for a long time. His shield has a reflect, and yeah, I just think you'll like him. Try him out. Next up, we've got for you Hanzo memes. If you love shooting logs at your opponents and wish Scatter came back, I have the hero for you. One of the best picks in the game if we're converting from Overwatch 2 to Marvel Rivals. This guy is really overloaded. He has the ability to double jump, knock back, reflect, and although he doesn't have sonar, he does have his ultimate, which works similar. I also think players who enjoy Hanzo might also enjoy Namor. I know he doesn't wield a bow, but his projectile speed and size kind of did remind me a lot of Hanzo. I played a lot of Namor in the beta. I really enjoyed him. His playstyle was pretty cool. You don't get to summon a big dragon, but you do get a big whale, if that's your thing. For Widowmaker, Now there's no Widow 1-for-1, and thank God for that. However, with the latest trailer for Marvel Rivals, Black Widow was revealed to have what looks to be a sniper rifle, so she could potentially be Widow's best pick as of recording this. Some other picks you might like, I think, include Hawkeye. He's also a sniper, however his hits are projectiles. But if you do prefer the hit scan type playstyle, I also think Hela is someone you might enjoy playing too. If you are a Torbjörn main, I think Namor is mostly there. He's the only character that has turrets, although you do have to put a little bit more effort into putting down turrets and using them. I actually preferred this kind of playstyle, and I am someone who enjoys playing Torbjörn quite a bit in Overwatch. I also think the Punisher, it's a bit of a stretch, but the Punisher might be something you enjoy. It's more close to Bastion, I think, but I wanted to give you guys some options. I also think Rocket Raccoon is a mostly there fit. He has a lot going on. He can climb walls, dash, put armor packs for your OG Torbjörn players. He can res, and has the ability to actually dish out a lot of damage too. You have a team-up ability with Punisher and some other characters that you can give them unlimited ammo. Now for Sojourn, Ashe, and Cassidy. Because Marvel Rivals doesn't have identities based around gunplay compared to Overwatch, Hela is the best fit, I think, for you players. I'm sorry there's not much else, but if you really like the gunplay, you might enjoy the Punisher. I think he'll be very strong in Marvel Rivals. And also adding, I think Bucky is quite similar to Cassidy, as in they both have revolvers and require a little bit more close range. Next up is for you dirty Junkrat mains. Honestly, there was nothing in the game similar to Junkrat up until the recent Game Announce trailer, in which Squirrel Girl was released, and her hero trailer shows she can actually bounce her projectile nuts off walls just like Junkrat. Honestly, I have the most hours in Junkrat, and I was a little bummed when there was no hero just like him in Rivals yet, so I got pretty hyped after seeing her reveal trailer. Another character I think that will be something you might enjoy is Moon Knight. He has the capacity to dish out a lot of AoE damage if you put his Ankh down in the middle of enemies and just spam left click. I think another character you might enjoy is Penny Parker. I thought she was quite underrated in the beta, but surprisingly, I had a lot of fun with her. Just something about throwing mines into the enemies never seems to fail. If you are a Bastion main, first of all, why? Second of all, here you go. The Punisher, this is you. You can set up in a little thing. There's nothing like Bastion from Overwatch in Marvel Rivals. But the best thing you'll have is the Punisher. He does have a turret that you can set down in, and if you bully someone into playing Rocket for you, he can put down an unlimited ammo thing next to you. Yeah, have fun with that. If you are a Mei enjoyer, the devil herself, I think you'll be stuffed for choice in this game, honestly. There's nothing really like Mei, and thank God, no one loves being slowed and killed and everything. If you like putting up walls, the best I can say is Groot. He puts up walls, he has an AoE ult, he can throw shit at people. Yep, if you may, maybe just stay back in Overwatch for the sake of us all. Moving on to Echo. Echo is a unique character. I do think that characters like Iron Man is the closest you'll have. He does have an AoE left click and a hit scan beam like she does. I think Storm is also a good fit. She is very unique. Maybe they'll buff her to be a little better. Her ultimate is insane. And for the sake of mentioning it, if you enjoy being a character that takes the form of like an enemy or something, we have Loki. Because he low-key has the same ultimate. Pharah, very similar to Echo. Iron Man will be your best pick. You get to permanently fly around in the air and be really annoying like a mosquito. You know, who sucks the fun out of everyone else. It's a shame that you Pharah mains won't have any mercies with you in this game. If you really like air characters too, you could also pick Storm. They don't play very similar, but this might be something you might enjoy. Moving on to Tracer. Tracer, honestly, almost a one-to-one. The easiest pick is Star-Lord. The way he holds his gun, you'll be immediately at home, feeling like you're playing Tracer. Star-Lord has a lot of flanking capabilities. Honestly, he's pretty fun. His movement felt great, and I think you'll really enjoy this character. And next up we have Symmetra. Honestly, I think Symmetra is another one of those characters that don't really have anything similar in Marvel Rivals. I think Loki could be something you might enjoy. He has the ability to set up clones that can help shoot at enemies or at teammates to deal damage or heal. And he can use these clones to teleport around the place too. Another character I think you might enjoy is Scarlet Witch. Her left click locks on, similar to older versions of Symmetra, which she can use to charge stacks of her right click, which throw out projectile balls that can do a lot of AoE damage. And finally, Venture. Venture is a very unique character in Overwatch 2, and I don't think you'll find anything like it in Rivals, at least not on release. However, I do think that maybe Psylocke. She does have a very mobile playstyle, and the only real similarity they have is that they gain shields or overhealth on ability use. So yeah, I guess you could check out Psylocke, but it's a bit of a stretch. And that wraps up the DPS roster for Overwatch. I will be releasing the rest of the roster soon, so stay tuned for more. Let me know what you think down below. Was there anything you think I missed? And who do you plan on maining in Marvel Rivals when it releases? Personally, I'm really interested in Squirrel Girl and Namor to play as duelists in Marvel Rivals, and I can't wait for the game to finally come out to play it some more. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It means a lot and it might help reach more Overwatch refugees out there who aren't sure about who to play in Marvel Rivals. Catch you later!